Getting back to my roots, we're going back to the 3-minute chart, my friends. Going to talk about why I got to get back to the 3-minute chart. I got to get away from the 1-minute chart, and we got to get back to the 3-minute chart. Talking about it all right here in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Patrick here. Today, I want to talk about the 3-minute chart. So, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you already know that I've kind of been a big fan of the 3-minute chart. Recently, I felt like I kind of got away from the 3-minute chart. I was more focused on the 1-minute chart, and it works when the market's moving in a trend and we're getting good action. It's fine. But the problem is when the market's not hot and the market's chopping, the 1-minute chart can be an absolute just bloodbath of fake outs and chop and just getting, it's bad. So right now you can pull up here. I'm pulling up the 3-minute chart on the ES with the Lux Algo Premium Concepts Action Concepts indicator. You can see the indicators I have up on there right now. The Lux Algo Price Action Concepts. There's a link down below to get 30% off. Use PAT30 to get 30% off the Lux Algo Price Action Concepts. But the big thing for me right now is I need to figure out how do I avoid getting in on fake outs and how do I avoid getting out early, right? Those are two things that we want to avoid as day traders, two things that we really need to focus on. And I think being able to get off of the 1-minute chart is a easy way to really kind of help that right away. So the problem is the 1-minute chart, it just gets too crazy. It's just not clean. You get terrible price action sometimes and you got to stay away from it. So that's what I'm trying to focus on today. A lot easier read. The market kind of consolidating. The nice thing about the 3-minute chart is when the market is consolidating, it's pretty obvious, right? When the market's kind of just going sideways, it's hey, it's not rocket science. Look what's going on here. We're stuck. We're not pushing up. We got denied the VWAP. We sell down. Okay. It's more obvious. The one thing that I like about the 3-minute chart as well is, especially on the NASDAQ here, if you look at the NASDAQ, if you look at the NASDAQ right here, this morning for this setup was really nice on the 3-minute chart. And what I want to point out here is we push back up into this 27 level. So it's okay, we know that there's this level here, 27. We push back up, we get denied, and then we're basically inside of this kind of range going sideways here. So now it's what am I looking for? I'm really just looking for a candle to kind of close very close to breaking through that support, right? Because you can see here, we bounced these, wick. But look at the difference when that body of the candle closes right there, about to break through that support, right? So the body of that candle closed, and then it opens up and just dumps right through there. So this is a short that we took on the stream today, actually. We got that break through the 90s, and I think it's pretty clear to see, when you wait for the 3-minute chart to kind of close those candles to give you better price action, you can see basically, chop, and then this body of that candle, look how nice that 3-minute candle closed at that support right there and then sold down. And then look, we got another kind of setup right here, back up into this 3-minute candle, kind of back up in there, and then that next roll down from there. So I really do think if you're stuck on the 1-minute chart, it might be time to kind of zoom out, look at the 3-minute chart, look at the 15-minute chart, look at the bigger picture, and it'll keep you out of a lot of the fake outs. And also, it'll keep you out of trying to buy the dip, I think, really. Because let's say this thing's dipping down and you're well, there's no reason for me to really do anything because we're just going down here. Okay, a little push back up, but we know that this is a, bear flag, basically. This little push back up right here is just a bear flag. So there's no reason for me to get long. There's no reason to get long. So, overall momentum, we're moving down. There's just no reason to really do anything, as long as we're basically just moving down through this trend. So the 3-minute chart, a lot cleaner with the price action concepts on there, everything drawn up. We're below the VWAP basically all morning long, below the VWAP down there. So very clear to see, staying out. Now we're kind of getting this little triple bottom down here. It's pretty clear. The market kind of wants to push back up here. But it's nice because with that 3-minute chart, you can kind of just draw out your levels. If I'm looking to get short, it's okay, I can get short up here and then keep my stop kind of in this area. It's a lot cleaner. 1 minute chart. If you look at the 1 minute chart this morning, like look at this breakdown here on the 1 minute chart, you know, just kind of do. A lot of just up and down. You're like, oh, it's going to hold. It's going to hold. It ends up breaking through there. But like, look at these candles here. You're like, oh, like, what is this? What's going on? It's just wild, right? Like, it's too much. Too much going on, especially this move down. Like, look at the move down at open. Almost like a total fake out here trying to put in that, like, low there. And, you know, little push back up and then getting that big move down through here. But if you look at, like, the 3 minute chart right there, like, look at the difference. 3 minute chart, red candle, red candle, red candle. Like, you're not going to get suckered into thinking there's going to be a dip buy there. It's just like literally red, red, red. Obviously, these are closed now, but, you know, in general, just cleaner price action. 3 minute chart, you know, I'm not going to tell you that it's the end all be all, but I would say try it out. Like, if you're stuck getting faked out too much on the 1 minute chart, you're having problems there on the 1 minute chart over and over. You keep entering, keep getting fake outs. Nothing wrong with changing up and, you know, go into the 3 minute chart here. And again, like, look at the low down here. We're kind of bouncing. We got stuck there again in this range. I don't know. I think that it's a lot easier to really kind of identify, you know, when we're in these ranges, a lot cleaner, just like simpler. Don't overcomplicate it. I think that's the best way to look at it. Like, just don't overcomplicate it. Make trading as easy as possible, right? Let's keep it easy, make it easy. And, you know, you gotta be like, hey, sometimes it's good to go back. Like, I know that I've kind of had success on the 1 minute chart, but I also know that I found a lot of consistency with the 3 minute chart. So, like, why am I gonna, you know, fight something? I'm trying to look for consistency. The market's not giving us those crazy setups or whatever it is. Like, we're getting the choppy days. So if I'm having problems with finding consistent breakouts, consistent breakdowns, like, okay, let's go to the smaller time frame. Let's focus on the smaller time frame. Then we'll kind of see what happens from there. Let's go to the different time frame. You got to, like, make little changes. Let's go to the 3 minute chart. Okay, like, let's see how that goes. We'll try out the 3 minute chart for the next couple weeks, and we'll give it a little bit more time. You'll be a little more patient. I think with the 3 minute chart, it allows you to be a little bit more patient because you kind of have to wait for those candles to close. You got 3 minutes for candles to close instead of 1 minute. So instead of, like, jumping in on some stupid just, like, candle that's going straight up or straight down, it's like, hey, you know, I'm waiting. And, like, right now, like, look again. Like, how nicely this kind of range is playing out. So again, it's like, you know, like, hey, let me try to load up short right there. Like I said, get that short from the 20s back down there to the 90s. And it's also like, if you are, let's say you're short here, I don't know, let's say you shorted here at the 550s earlier, and you see this, you're like, okay, like, as long as we don't get back above, like, this 25 level here, I mean, I'm chilling. There's really just no reason to get out until we get back above 25. So right now, the NASDAQ back down there. If you look at the 1 minute chart, you know, it looks a little bit like, oh, like, look, it's like, it's just crazier. It's just crazier stuff going on. You get these, like, breakouts here, like, oh, it's going to break out. It's going to squeeze back up. Oh, and then it's like, oh, it got denied. And then if you look at the 3 minute chart, and then if you look at the 3 minute chart, it's like, oh, okay. No, yeah, no worries. Let me just stay short here. Let me hold on to this short. So I think the 3 minute chart really allows you to stay a little bit longer in the trades and gives you a little bit overall just easier price action to read. You can see the candles a lot easier. You can kind of see the setups there. So if you guys are on the fence, you're like, where should I go? 1 minute, 1 minute. Where should I go? The 1 minute, the 3 minute, the 10 minute. What should I trade? I think the 3 minute chart really is a good medium between, like, the 1 minute chart and the 5 minute chart. We've already talked about it before, but this is just a video to update you guys. I am kind of going back to the 3 minute chart because I need to, like, stay out of those choppy areas, or at least, like, be able to hold my trades a little bit longer and not be so quick to get in or out, or vice versa. So there it is. If you guys haven't hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below, I'll talk to you guys later on.